What's up, carnivores? Zach here with American Smoke, and today I just wanted to kind of touch base on a few of the recurring questions that I get from subscribers about this unit and what my opinion is on them and what the answer that I typically give to those 5 questions are. Number 1, does the fan always run? Is it always supposed to be on? That's the fan that blows air over the pellets down at the bottom of the unit where the igniter lights them. The fan blows the air over them and lights them. And what people are curious about, is it supposed to always run? And the answer is yes. I had a guy reach out to me the other day and wanting to know, could you fix it to where it would run intermittently? I had never had anybody ask me that question before, so I called Pit Boss Customer Service and had a lengthy conversation with them to come to the conclusion of no. I don't know if other brands of smoker or pellet smokers give you that option, but Pit Boss does not, and I don't know really how that would work anyway, because you need something pushing air through the unit, since you don't have a hot fire pushing up hot air and driving the air through the unit where it shoots out of the stack where you have draw. You don't have that in these. You've got a very small source of fire that the fan keeps hot, pushes the air through the unit and out the stack. For this question, the answer is no, you cannot turn the fan on intermittently, and yes, it does have to run all the time. That is the only source of heat. This thing does have an element, but what it does is it just ignites the pellets. The fire is kept alive by the fan, and the amount of heat that the fan pushes out of that little pile of pellets is determined by how many pellets this unit feeds into the burn pot based on your thermometer inside the unit. So if the computer picks up that you need more heat, it dumps more pellets, the fan keeps running, it blows heat, creates more fire until it reaches the temp that you're trying to get it to reach. And that's how I answer that question. Question number 2, do you use a water pan? And my answer to that question is yes. Most of the time I like to use a water pan. Sometimes I don't. If I'm making jerky or something like that I really want to dry out, or if I'm doing something that, say like bacon wrapped pickles, for instance. If you haven't checked that video out, you should check that video out. I'll leave a link to that down below. If you have not made them, I would not use a water pan for that. You're not really cooking anything that's in there long enough to hit a stall, which is one of the main reasons you use the water pan, is because of meat stalling. I'm going to make a video on that real soon. Make sure to check that one out. But I like to use the water pan, and it's imperative to use the water pan to keep the humidity level inside the chamber up. And that helps to moisten the outside of the meat just a little bit without drying it out too much, and allow for smoke to attach itself to the meat. So yes, I do like to use a water pan. On the note of the water pan, the water gets hot and it is going to stay hot a little bit better than just air. So imagine you have got some 115 degree air and you've got some 115 degree water. Which one do you think is going to stay hot longer? The answer is the water. That is another benefit that you get by having your water pan in and keeping it filled up, is you're gonna have a little bit more even temp. So if you've seen a lot of spikes in your temp, that might be why. Question number 3, what is the best way to clean my glass on my Pit Boss? Well, I've got 2 videos, I'll leave links below, on how to clean the glass on your Pit Boss. Mine looks like the black abyss of the edge of space right now, because you can't see anything. There's no light, because I have gotten lazy and I have not cleaned my glass. Therefore, that means I'm going to have more work on my hands getting it clean again, which is going to be coming up pretty soon. But I'm also going to be making a video showing you how to keep your pit clean, so make sure, keep an eye out for that, because that one's coming up. What my recommendation is, what's the best way to clean your glass? And my recommendation is just to clean it every cook. And that is to get some Clorox wipes and wipe it down, or whatever you like to clean with, just something, and just get that film off of there. If you let it build up 2, even 3 cooks, it becomes much more of a project. 2, not too bad. 3, a project. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, kind of like what this black abyss is right here. That is much more of a project, and something that is going to require several beers and some elbow of grease. So keep that in mind. The best way to keep the glass clean is to clean it regularly when it's just very easy to do. Question numero 4. What sort of pellets do I like to use? The system that I have sort of developed as a pellet smoker person, a pit master of the pellet smoke. I don't know. But the technique that I have sort of developed is I use pretty much competition blend for almost everything. If I want to add in a particular, like a fruit wood note on some pork or something like that, what I will do is I will put that type of pellet into my smoke tube. Most of the time, those competition blend pellets are going to be cheaper anyway. They put off great flavor, great smoke. When I put the apple woods, pecans, the mesquites, the hickory, when I put things like that in my smoke tube, you just get a very strong punch of that smoke into the chamber and onto the food. And typically 2 to 4 hours of the smoke tube on most things is going to give you great smoke flavor. And then the rest of it, if you was to put like apple wood into your hopper, what's going to happen is you're going to burn those more expensive pellets to create all your heat cooking a Boston butt with apple. You're going to end up wrapping that Boston butt up later on, and then you're just going to be burning those more expensive pellets just for heat to finish off the Boston butt, and you're not going to get the benefit of the smoke because, you know, for one, you only take smoke for so long, and then two, you've wrapped it so there's going to be no smoke that contacts the surface of the meat anyway. So my winning strategy that I have developed to date is to put competition blend pellets into the back, and whatever I want to emphasize in that flavor profile, I put it in my smoke tube. So there's the answer to question number 4. Question number 5, and probably the silliest question that I get all the time, is do you get smoke flavor on your food from your smoker? Look, the only thing that's burning in this is hardwood pellets, and that being said, you're gonna get smoke flavor onto your food. Now, depending on what you're expecting, if you grew up eating your uncle's barbecue and he always used stick burners and he didn't know how to control his smoke, then what you grew up with may have been a very creosote, sooty type of a flavor on the barbecue, which may be what you're accustomed to. You're not going to get that with this. You're going to get clean smoke. You're going to get light blue to gray to even clear smoke running off of these pellets. And that's what professional barbecue smokers and restaurateurs that make barbecue, what they look for. They don't look for that dark gray to black smoke. That's going to put creosote, soot, and just a lot of little droplets of things that it creates in the smoke, chemicals, blah, 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 science stuff, all over your food. And for most people that aren't accustomed to those flavors, it's going to be a turn off on the palate. So I get great smoke flavor because that's the kind of flavor that I'm looking for. I'm looking for the type of smoke flavor that this thing delivers. And so therefore, that's what I get. If I want to make sure that I get extra smoke flavor, I use my smoke tube. I'll leave a link to that down below. So it's time for the bonus round. If you stuck around to this point in the video, let me say thank you so much, and we're going to give you the answer to one bonus question today. The bonus question is, how often do you clean out your burn pot, and how do you do it? Well, if you have this particular unit, you happen to be very blessed, because with this particular Pro Series unit, I can take my burn pot out, have it in my hand, and just dump it. It's super easy. On some of the other units, you have to get in there, you have to open up remove the burn plate, vacuum it out. So if that's the type of pellet smoker that you have, that's the process that you need to follow, where you go in with a shop vac and vacuum that out. I wouldn't worry about brushing or anything. Just get a vacuum cleaner and vacuum that stuff out. If you got one of these though, after every single cook. That's how often you need to clean that thing out. It don't matter what model you've got, what brand you've got. You want the ash gone. You want a very empty burn pot. That way there's plenty of room for pellets to drop in there, to turn into ash, for more pellets to drop in there, and for them to turn into ash, and it never piles up to the point where if you go several cooks without cleaning that out, it will stack up, and the next thing you know, it will have ignited the pellets that go into your auger. And then that fire can go through the auger and into your pellet chamber, and you do not want that. That will make for a very bad day of cooking barbecue. And here at American Smoke, we're not about bad days of cooking barbecue, we're about good days. Speaking of good days, this is a good day for y'all to stop by and watch this video, and it's a good day for me to say thank you. I sure do appreciate y'all watching this video. I hope you hit that like button for me, become a subscriber, and if you do, make sure to hit the notification bell. And guys, make sure to hit that like button for me. This is not like likes on Facebook. This is likes on YouTube, which isn't for me, it's for the YouTube algorithms, and it helps my channel out so much. So make sure to smash that like button for me. Thank y'all so much, and we'll see y'all in the next video.